Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm gonna review Jakka Dengekitai. Now, yes, it is written of J.A.K.Q Dengekitai, but I'm going to say the way it's pronounced. Now, first, I'd like to say I'm sorry I haven't made a video, for the past few weeks, but that was because, again, I was in Massachusetts, stay with family, but I'm back and I promise another hiatus like this won't happen for many months to come. Now, before I start the review, I'm going to give a short history of how this series came to be. Well, after the success of Go Ranger, the series creator Shitaro Onishimari wanted to make another series like it, and just like with Go Ranger, he used elements from Cyborg 007, which was about a group of people who were turned into cyborgs to fight bad guys. Only different is that unlike Goranger, the cyborg part was kept, while the Goranger heroes were not cyborgs. So yes, oh, and also Jakka Dengekitai is the second Super Sentai series, which aired from 1978 to no 1977 to 1978. And now with the review. Well, sorry, uh, the series began with when these small planes were attacking this ship, and then after that it was revealed what happened, and well, it turns out that this was made by an evil organization called Crime, and the leader of Crime is called Iron Claw, who this guy who wears this silver robe and it's kind of have some kind of like a this big hair on top of his head and has a long beard. In a way, he kind of looks like a Russian Tsar, if a Russian Tsar was Japanese. And he also had a metal claw, which is obviously made of iron, giving hence the name Iron Claw. Now, to fight against crime, this was a well, there's this other organization which attempts, to put a stop to crime called let's see, Special Science Investigation, or that Special Science Investigation Squad, or something like that, or ISIS for short. Not to keep it confused with the terrorist group of the same name. This is a different ISIS. So yes, and well, they have branches all around the world, and the leader of the Tokyo branch is Kujiroi Taisuke. And well, he went on a mission to recruit four people to become the cyber heroes called Jakka Dengekitai, which means J.A.K.Q Shock Troop. Now, the first person Daisuke went to recruit was a guy named Sakurai Goro. He is an Olympic athlete, and when he was offered the position, he turned it down, saying that he wants to take care of his body, like he doesn't want he doesn't want anything his body to be tampered with in any way. The next person Daisuke came to was a guy named uh, Higashi Ryu, who was in a boxer who was falsely accused about killing somebody, uh, just because he refused to rig a game, a championship, and well, he didn't want to. But then eventually, when Daisuke came in the his car, then Ryo was there, and then both of them started laughing. Now, then we meet this woman named Karen. She was having dinner with her father, and well, you see, her father is a detective, and Karen is a policewoman. And they were celebrating the father's run in the police force for detectives. And after dinner, well, they went driving, and then the forces of crime caused them to be in a car crash, which caused Karen to lose her arm, her right arm, and her father to be killed. Oh, I forgot to mention that the foot soldiers of crime are called crimers, and they wear these gray suits and black masks. So in a way, they kind of look like the putties from Power Rangers. Now, back to Karen, she was in the hospital, all in bandages, and when Tetsuko offered, well, actually, Karen, she decided to go with a cyborg surgery. And then we meet a guy named, yes, Bunda Daichi, who was a oceanographer, and he was attacked by crime, and well, he had to be on life support, but his body was badly damaged. And then, oh yes, Ryu, Karen, and Daichi. Maybe it was Daichi Bunda, but well, yes, the went to the surgery and are now cyborgs. And then came Goro, and he changed his mind. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that at the car crash, well, Goro saved Karen's life, and which is why she was alive when she woke up at the hospital. And also, Goro did change his mind about the surgery, so he went through it, and now we have the four heroes of the series. And then after once they beaten hands, they went to this room where they found Daisuke wearing some kind of a yellow suit and a yellow hat, and he had this kind of hamster that can talk. And well, later it is revealed that it was a cyborg hamster. But anyway, yes, no. Daisuke told them about their mission and that he told them what who their code names. Now, for Goro, he is Beidoues. For Ryu, he is Jakutia. For no, not Jak. I mean, Diamond Jakku. For Garen, he is Hato Queen, and for Taiji, he's Grover Kingu, and together they are Jakka Dengekitai. As for Taisaku, he's going, he goes by, he goes on by the code name Joker. Not to be confused with that Batman villain of the same name, but he uses like the Joker card, which you would see on, poker games. And also they have hero modes which they can hinge into by going inside these capsules. And then so each one went inside their respective capsule where they're exposed to different voice of energies which give them their powers and their hero forms. So Spade Ace, he wears a costume that's red and has yellow gloves and red boots, a red helmet, and the visor is black and shaped like a spade from a playing card. For Diamond Jack, he is he wears a blue costume with white gloves and blue gloves and white boots, a white helmet, and his visor is black and is shaped like a diamond. For no, not black. I mean, he has a blue visor. Yes, a blue visor shaped like a diamond. Forgot to mention that. Harder Queen, her is a pink costume with red, yeah, pink gloves and white boots, and she has a white helmet with a pink visor that is shaped like a heart. Also, her costume has a skirt, which makes her the first female Super Sentai heroine to have a skirt as part of her costume. Then we have oh yeah, for Grover King, he has a green costume with green gloves, white boots, and a white helmet, and his visor is green that's shaped like a clover. Oh, and also each of the Dengekitai members, they wear small yellow capes on the back of the costumes. I forgot to yeah. Anyway, yes, and they went on the first mission to fight these monsters. And well, in the series, the monsters are what they call crime gaijin, and they're mostly mechanical monsters. And they start to fight them, and each hero has their own weapon. Spade Away has the Spade Arts, which is some kind of a bow and arrow, and also oh yes, Diamond Jack has a the Diamond Swordo, which is a sword. For Hardo Queen, she has the Hardo Cute, which is a ring shape weapon, and for Grover Kingu, he has a well, his weapon is the Megaton, which is some kind of like a arm rocket that he uses his to throw at an enemy. And they fought the Crimers and as well the first month of the series. And when for most for first half of the series, well, their finishing attack is the Jakka Kobak, which is where they do like they go around the enemy, putting their heads to get heads on the monster, and then we charges some kind of energy, puts the monster up in the air, and then they they all each put a hand up like this, and the monster is destroyed. And that's how the heroes destroyed every monster for the first half of the series. But as for crime, well, yeah, I forgot to mention that during half of the series, well, there were human workers for crime, known as the crime bosses, but I won't say each one because there's so many and each one don't last long because well Iron Claw kills each one after they fail him. Also, other things that happen is that well, Jakka, they have well, each member have their own vehicles. Uh, Goro has the Spado machine, and Ryu has the Makatia. For Garen, she has the Hadobagi, and for Daiji, he has the Autogrova. And he is the one who rides a motorcycle, while the other rides some kind of car vehicles. And just like with Gore Ranger, they also have a special plane. And for this series, it's called the Sky Ace. Oh, and there's also another vehicle called the but just like the Paludanku from Gore Ranger, there's this thing called the Jaku Tangu. Yes, and it's a kind of like a tank which does things, and it also carries the capsule whenever the heroes needed to henshin. And now by episode 11, well, Garen has got her she got her hair short, like around my length. You see, for the first 10 episodes, her hair was very long that it reached right to the hips. But then she I don't know if it was the actress idea or behind the scenes things, but whatever it was, it became short, but it started to grow a bit, as the series went on. Although it was never shown to be back to the length it was at the beginning of the series. No, we have another around the second half of the series. It's revealed that Iron Glove was not really the real boss of crime, but he was following orders from a being called Shine. And Shine told him that they finally got the funds to take over Earth and told Iron Glove to get rid of anybody who gets in the way. And whenever Shine appears, he's mostly seen as some kind of glowing light. And well, for a while, Iron Claw never saw Shine in his true form. And then later, well, uh, Joker, he was signed to leave to New York to be head of that branch of ISIS, but he had a replacement called Bamba Tsukiji, and each member of Jakka gave Sean certain pieces to make some kind of a small cannon, and also well, Tsukiji explained everything, and the Jakka they really accepted the new leadership, and then yeah. Oh, and around the same time we meet. Oh, I forgot to mention before that happened, we got oh no no no, no that, I think that was later. Anyway, another person called the Himi Tamasubaro, who was a cook, and he would wear a traditional Japanese robe, and went off and cooking and hit at the main office instead of the kitchen, and he would try to lift the lift up the spirits of the team. He was most likely coming to relief, for the rest of the series. No, As for Tsukishi, well, in the episode where he was introduced, it was revealed he was also a cyborg and he has his own henshin form known as Big One. And well, he he can unlike Jakka, he doesn't need a capsule to henshin. Yes, he has henshin. Well, anyway, his hero form is a white costume with a white helmet, and there's kind of like a accident triangle, which has the colors red, yellow, green, and blue, and the visor on his helmet also the same color. And he wears a big red cape, which is longer than the rest of Jakka, and his weapon is a cane or a baton, like a big cane, which he also carries when he's in his civilian form. And also, they also have when he came around, Jakka got a new weapon called Big Boma, which was a cannon, and each member of Jakka has their own pieces of the cannon, with King Jack having the wheels, Queen having the frame, Ace having the barrel, and Big One having the missiles. And they use that to destroy the monster, the Kaijin, for the rest of the series. And also, this is the first um combining weapon of the Super Sentai franchise. Although it's not made of the each of the heroes' individual weapons, but it is still kind of like the Power Blaster from Power Rangers. Also, we meet some other human characters, mostly women, and well, just like Go Ranger, there were also Asians. We have the oh Hayashi Keiku, who is Agent 8. Um, do we have a Yamamoto Yungo, who is oh no, Hayashi Keiko is Agent 7. Yamamoto Yungo, who is Agent 8. Another woman who is her name is Lijima Yoshiko. She is Agent 9, and then we have Agent 10. Although her real name was never revealed. And these are all women agents, just like the ones in Gorinja. Oh, about Sokishi, I forgot to mention that he is also a master of disguise, and he would go and you know for different disguises, for the mission. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Iron Claw also wear disguises for his plans. Oh, and also after, oh no, yeah, really, okay. And then we get to the final, to the end of the series, where well, you see, Shine was fed up with Iron Claw's failures, just like how Iron Claw was upset with the failures of the crime bosses. Sorry. Yes, and he was going to replace Iron Claw with another a villain, but he wouldn't have it, and well, he would have planned to destroy his would-be replacement, and then Jakka finally revealed to Iron Claw the true identity of Shine, and it turns out he was an artificial intelligence of a in the form of a ball. Some, so that's what he's been taking orders from. Although the origin of this thing was never revealed in the series. And then we see Iron Claw's true form, which is like he was a cyborg and he was mostly gray or silver, and with no facial hair, no hair whatsoever on his head, mostly bald, and wear some kind of suit. And then Jakka started to fight them. I mean, fight him, and eventually Iron Claw was destroyed, and that was and the war against crime is over. And well, that was the end of Jakka Dengekitai, the series. I mean, so yes, with yeah, and now there was peace on Earth again, and well, no more awesome crime, and Jakka, along with everybody else in the world, can finally go along without worrying about crime. Yeah, and like I said before, this was the end of Jakka Dengekitai. Now, what I think of this series, well, yeah, I think it was alright, and also, but I also see why it didn't last as long because you see, this series lasted for 45 episodes, and well, not even Big One help, make it better, and like, which is why this became the shortest series of the Super Sentai franchise. You know, so yeah, and that's for whether kids can watch it or not. Well, I think this is an up to the parents thing because well, there's some things that some parents want in this series that parents might not want to see in this show. So if you are a parent, watch the entire series yourself, and then you can decide whether to let your children watch it or not. So yes, I think that's all I can say about Jakka Dengekitai in this video. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.